Hey, this is Randy at Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we are going to talk about what it's going to cost to get $25,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 55-year-old female. Now, first things first, keep in mind you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com, and we've got these quoters on just about every page. So you can click down and find out the coverage amount you like, whatever state. We're licensed in all 50 states. And you can actually do some price shopping without actually having to talk with anybody. If you want, call our toll-free number in the upper right hand, 888-862-9456. Also in the comments section of this video, we're going to have a link to our YouTube specific quoter. It's going to be funeralfunds.com/YouTube. And that'll get you access to a quoter that get you the best discounts that you can possibly qualify for. So let's talk about insurance at $25,000 for a 55-year-old female. Is that going to be enough? Well, if you're getting cremated, that is more than enough insurance, because the average cremation, if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, is between $1,000 to $2,000. If you're going to have some sort of celebration of life or remembrance ceremony, it's going to be between $3,500 to $4,500. Technically, you could get by for $5,000. Now, keep in mind, prices do go up over time, and at age 55, we're hoping you live a long, long time, so you may want to get additional insurance. But for a cremation, $25,000 is pretty overinsured. A lot of times people say, well, I want the extra money to go to my family when when I do pass away. And just keep in mind, that's going to cost you extra every month. And sometimes people will say, well, I can't afford $25,000, so I'm not going to do anything. That's a big mistake. If you're getting cremated, just get $5,000 or $10,000, and that's going to take care of the most immediate needs. You can always add more coverage later. Now, $25,000 for a funeral, that's still enough insurance, because the average cost of a burial right now is $10,000 in the United States. But you're age 55, we expect you to get older. And we know that the prices are going to go up. But again, if money's tight and all you could do is afford a $10,000 plan that takes care of your most immediate need, protects your family, and no funeral home in the United States, pretty much, if you walk in with a $10,000 check, is going to turn you away. Why would they do that when you can just walk down to the street, some other funeral home, and they'll take your $10,000? Now, it won't be anything fancy for $10,000. I can assure you that, but they'll get the job done. But definitely, if money was tight, get $10,000 or $15,000. You don't have to do the 25. If you do the 25,000, it's going to pretty much inflation-proof you. You're never going to have to worry about this again for a burial. So just keep in mind, you've got that flexibility. If you can't afford 25, you can get less coverage. We can always help you add more coverage later in life. So a couple other things is we specialize in first-day coverage here at Funeral Funds. First-day coverage or benefits with low-cost same-day approvals. So you want first-day coverage. You do not want a 2-year waiting period plan. And we'll talk about some of the 2-year waiting period plans in here in just a moment. The only reason you wouldn't qualify for first-day coverage is if you really had some significant health issues, like a terminal illness, dementia, dialysis, you're in a hospital or a nursing home. We can pretty much work around most all other health issues and get you first-day coverage or benefits. The only thing that we can't help with, and we do get calls routinely on this, somebody will say, hey, we had a family member just pass away this last week. The body's down at the morgue. They didn't have insurance. We don't have any money. We need to get some insurance right away, right now, so that we can pay the funeral home because they're holding the body. And we have the unfortunate responsibility of telling them that, there's no insurance company out there that will offer any type of life insurance or funeral insurance or final expense insurance on somebody who's already dead. And it's really sad, because these people are really struggling in their mourning, and there's a body at the funeral home and there's no money. But all we can do is learn from their mistakes and just know that we need to get this insurance before we actually need it. We can't place this responsibility on our families and let them struggle with this and there's no money. It's just an emotional hardship that is so difficult for families to deal with. So first day coverage, really important. The 2-year waiting period plans, there's a number of companies out there. Colonial Penn is one of them. AIG, Gerber, Mutual of Omaha, they've got their United of Omaha plan. That's a 2-year waiting period. We don't recommend them at all. Let's talk about Colonial Penn, though, because they do have a plan out there that a lot of people get frustrated with, and it's their $9.95 plan. They advertise on TV, and a lot of people they watch the commercial and they go $9.95, and they're expecting to get $20, $30, $40, $50,000 for $9.95, and nothing could be further from the truth. So for a 55-year-old female right up here, $9.95 is only going to buy $1,761 for one unit. So that might pay for a cremation today, but remember, the Colonial Penn has a 2-year waiting period. It will not pay out any funds at all if you die from a health or medical reason in the next 2 years. And with inflation, it's going to be more expensive in 2 years. So, what good does $9.95 do? It's great marketing. Boy, it hooks in a lot of people and gets a lot of phone calls. But from what we've heard, they get a lot of complaints too because, it doesn't do what people want it to do. And certainly $1,761 is not even close to what it would cost for a burial. But let's get as close as we can. Now, with Colonial Penn, you can't buy $25,000 worth of insurance. You can only buy their units of coverage, and then it ends up with some kind of interesting odd numbers. So for $139.30, which is 14 units, that will pay for $24,654. And all the other insurance companies out there, you can say, hey, what's $25,000? And they'll get you a quote. You can't do that through Colonial Penn. They do this per unit thing, and you end up with these kind of interesting numbers. But let's take a look at what, again, this is 2-year waiting period. Let's take a look at what first day coverage pricing would be through us. Let's see. So we've got $25,000, female, age 55. Let's get a quote. Let's hit the quote button. Again, this is the same quarter. You'll be able to see the same insurance companies and everything that we help people with. It's pretty cool. But Colonial Penn, again, roughly 25. It's not even 25 because there are 14 units. 139. Let's see what that would be over here. Oh, 6177. Trinity Life Insurance, great company. Level coverage means that first day coverage, that means it starts from the very first day. We work with Trinity Life. They're a great company. We highly recommend them. They've got amazing pricing. Again, $61.70 versus $139. Let's round the numbers up. That'd be $140, and let's say that's 60, round it down, 60, 140, that's $80. $80 roughly. $80 roughly a month less by going with a company that has first day coverage. Seems kind of crazy, right? You think they ask no health questions and it would be less expensive. No, they ask no health questions, which means they accept anybody, whether you're just diagnosed with cancer or you're in the hospital. But again, they got a 2-year waiting period. So $80. So 8 times 12 is $960 extra a year. That would be $9,600 you would pay extra over the next 10 years for a female age 55. And that, if you live 20 years, you're overpaying, almost $20,000. Why would you do that? Why would you overpay? And have a 2-year waiting period? You're gonna pay that higher premium the rest of your life. Let's look at a couple different companies here. Oh, let's take a look. Oh, Lincoln Heritage, Funeral Advantage Level. Level is first day coverage. They're a fine company. They are expensive though, and how they position themselves, they've got a feature of their policy where they say, hey, when you pass away, we will shop around for your family. We'll call 2-3 different places to shop around and, save your family from having to do that during that time, their time of grief. But again, it's 90, let's round it up, $95, 95 versus 61. So we're just going to round the number. 60 to 95 is extra 60, $35 roughly. Let's just round it down. $30 a month more times 12 is $360 times 10 years is $3,600 roughly. So they're going to make 2 or 3 phone calls after 10 years and you'll have paid an extra $3,600. That seems awfully expensive for a few phone calls. What we do at Funeral Funds of America, we've got a funeral and estate planning guide. We can provide that to you. You just fill it out in advance. When you do pass away, your family's got all the information that you want, everything that You want exactly what's going to happen when you pass away, and you'll save all that extra money. We would rather see you spend that money on your family while you're alive and create memories rather than give that to an insurance company and let them spend it on whatever the insurance company is going to spend it on. Let's look at a couple other companies. Again, you can go all the way down here and you can see companies that don't offer based on your specific age or coverage amount. Lumico, another company out there. Fine company, level coverage. They just tend to be more expensive. $87.50 versus 87 versus 60. So let's just say 80. So $25 difference. I'm just using math that's easy in my head. 25, that's an extra $300 a year. After 10 years, you're overpaying $3,000. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Just let us shop around for you, and we'll get you the best deal. So a couple other things here. Again, go to our website. We'll have, you can use our quarter on any page on our website. Also, in the comments, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, you'll get our specific YouTube quarter that will qualify you for all the discounts we can get you. Also in the comments, we're going to have videos on 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20, and 25,000. And if you want to talk with a real person, just call us at 888-862-9456. And we're licensed in all 50 states. We can help anyone, anywhere. And if you just want help, if you want insurance, if you want information, reach out to us. We look forward to helping you out with this. Until that day comes, you take care. We wish you the best. We will be here whenever you are ready. Take care. Bye-bye.